Okay, so should I do like a three, two, one? Okay, y'all ready now? You gotta like, do the.
I hope this is in the video. We're just stretching like old women.
Everybody.
Happy Lunar New Year! We are here today on this awesome Zoom call as Cannabis co-founders of cannabis companies and as Asian American women of all folks to come together today to celebrate the Lunar New Year with you, to share our awesome products that we have available on the Eaze menu, and to tell you about the Lunar New Year, how to celebrate, and what it means to us. So I'm going to kick us off. I'm Jessica Sharp. I'm a co-founder of Nouera, and I'm going to pass it over to my co-founder, Cynthia, to tell you about Nouera and what we have available for you on the Eaze platform.
Thanks, Jessica. Happy Lunar New Year, everyone. I'm Cynthia Budiharjo, co-founder of Nouera. Nouera is a conscious entertainment company focused on bringing cannabis products and pairing them with mindful experiences. We recently launched a pre-roll pack line called Smalls. And Smalls was designed as a perfect pick-me-up while social distancing and taking that mid-morning break to add a little more patience and ease into your day. In the classic palette, we emphasize earthy and peppery tones for more grounding effects. And in our cosmic palette, we emphasize floral notes and fruity tones to awaken your senses. So each of these units, they come with 5 little joints, easy for people to share, and it comes in this airtight, recyclable hemp plastic tube, and we've packed each joint with the ideal amount for most people to maintain that present functional high. So we hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoyed making them for you. Off to Felicity with Potli.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Cyn. I'm super excited to try those smalls. My name is Felicity. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Potli, and we make delicious ingredients that really are essential to anybody's pantry for those who are makers. All of our ingredients are sourced from California because I'm born and raised in the Bay, and I really wanted to celebrate the delicious ingredients like cannabis and honey and olive oil and chili oil that are harvested from just around us locally. But I also wanted to honor my culture, which is Chinese. Even though I grew up in California, I basically, until I left high school, only ate at Chinese restaurants. And there I really loved the integration with things like chili oil and things like sriracha. And so these are the 2 things that we have on the Eaze platform. And you actually are seeing a first look of our sriracha packaging that is here to stay. Our 1-year anniversary of our sriracha baby. We launched it last year on Lunar New Year, and we launched it initially as we'll make a few thousand units and see if it sells. And it's totally sold out right now. And so we're super excited that it's here to stay, and it's looking really beautiful with this new packaging. And so, yeah, we're super excited to be here and, very proud of the representation that we bring to the table and to be surrounded by so many lovely ladies that also make incredible cannabis products. And yeah, we'll have some recipes for you to explore with these 2 ingredients. Passing it up.
Awesome.
Fran and Mia.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mia, and then I also have Jay. We're both from this brand called Sundae School, and we're a craft cannabis brand and also a fashion label. We started the company just as 2-3 weird kids who were too artsy to be in the corporate world, but also wanted to create some impact into a budding cannabis industry. So about a few years ago, we started our label called Smokewear, which features like hoodies and t-shirts that has like joint pockets for all the functional stoners, as well as our line of Cannabis series. So on Eaze platform, we currently have our Tiny But Mighty mini joints, which are 0.3 grams. And it's so awesome. Yeah, Jay has it up there. And we have our hash infused that we roll with Bay Area's top equity manufacturer called SF Fruits, who we're so proud and just grateful to have partnered with.
And for Lunar New Year, we're really excited. We work really hard with our friends in the Bay Area to come up with these mochi gummies. This is in lychee dragon fruit. We worked really hard to make them like the candies we grew up as kids, and even better that like my mom really loves them too. So it's going to be a really exciting Lunar New Year for us. We're super excited to be here with you guys. And yeah, I love this community.
Awesome. Thanks.
And then back to, I believe, Ophelia.
So I'm Ophelia Chong. I started Stockpot Images in 2015 to dispel all the mythologies and propaganda and racism in cannabis stock photography. So we had the largest collection of strains in the world, like over 3,000 distinct strains, but also LGBTQ, BIPOC, all images of people with cannabis in a healthy, normal lifestyle. Then also during that time, I found that there was a lot of misinformation in my own community, API, Asian Americans, and I started Asian Americans for Cannabis Education with Monica Lowe and Tiffany Wu. What I do on there is I interview CEOs, lab people, growers, trimmers, everyone of Asian American descent to educate us about what cannabis is, and that people go to Yale, Stanford, and any other college or not college can do well in cannabis. So that's who I am. I'm Ophelia Chong, and can't wait to celebrate Chinese New Year's, and we're moving into the year of the ox.
Ophelia, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I would love for each of us to share a little bit about what your Lunar New Year traditions in your family. Ophelia, let's start with you.
So as a child growing up, we would get these little things called hongbao, red bags or red envelopes. So there's one that's actually in purple. It has a little dog on it. This one's cute, got a little dog on it. It's got a pig. But we get these little red envelopes, and you would go up to any functioning adult and go, "Hey, Fa Choi," which means Happy New Year's, and they would give you an envelope with money like this. And so you would celebrate the new year with luck, and they would be sort of basically giving you generational luck. Also, I was told not to wash my hair if I had a good year last year. If you had a bad year, wash it. Also, clean your entire house because you want to move all the bad spirits out. Also, there was one that I think was just told to me to mess me up, but not to shave my legs because that will bring in all the bad ghosts, and to keep your legs hairy because they'll keep you warmer and we don't have to buy you more socks. So that one I don't believe, but other than that, we ate, we got money. And one last thing, I'm going to give some of these cute little smalls out in an envelope to my friends like this. They like totally want this more than want money. So that's my story about Chinese New Year's.
Awesome. Thanks, Ophelia. Felicity, we'd love for you to talk a little bit about your food traditions around the Lunar New Year.
Yeah. We say "恭喜发财," and I grew up in a Mandarin-speaking household, and when I went to preschool, I didn't speak a lick of English, and I had to just figure it out on the playground. So food is always a way that I've connected with other people. And right now I'm eating noodles because not just on Lunar New Year, but every day I want to live a long life. So, and Asians, we don't raise in, we live young forever. So dumplings, they symbolize money because of the way they're shaped. They look like a little yuanbao, which is what a Chinese like gold bullion or coin is and looks like. So if you eat more dumplings, you'll earn more money. And finally, rice cakes is something that I love growing up. And I know that it's something that is not just practiced or like eaten in Chinese culture. Koreans love it as well, but I love rice cakes, and you know, I'm always down to put sriracha on everything.
Awesome. Thanks, Felicity. We had a couple of you talk about cleaning out your house. Jennifer, you're going to be cleaning out your house this year, right? You're spending, that's how you celebrate with your family?
Oh, for sure. Like just like Fel, like growing up as an immigrant first gen kid, this is my Christmas. It's super colorful. In Vietnamese, we say Chúc mừng năm mới. And if you're in the Bay and you're Vietnamese, you usually do really fun, colorful things. You go to San Jose, you go to, there's firecrackers, there's illegal gambling, all those fun stuff. But my favorite part of New Year's has always been the little superstition and cultures, getting the house super clean before, so you set yourself up for success, putting good foods in your body, all these fun things remind me of home. This year, it's going to look a little different with COVID. I can't go home and spend time with my family. So I'm starting all these traditions here, which makes me really happy. I never really embraced these traditions growing up. My mom just kind of had it there, but it'll be really fun to have it here this year. And again, we're super excited that we can be in this space with you guys. It's really nice to feel like we're the cool kids.
Awesome. Thanks, Jennifer. And Mia, tell us a little bit about the Korean way of celebrating the Lunar New Year, because it's a little bit different as a fellow half Korean.
In Korea, like we do bow, but our envelopes are not necessarily red, and we eat this soup like rice cake soup, which is also very, very Korean, like that are like based on like anchovies and whatnot. And I remember like having just like a full family gathering, especially like, you know, like the great aunt that I haven't seen. And I think that's part of all the cultures, but it's super interesting to hear about like a little bit of different shades of the cultural differences, even celebrating the Lunar New Year, and made me think about like, you know, like the inclusion and diversity also like that we try to embody as a brand called Sundae School. And ultimately what we represent, you know, like as a mellow yellow fellows, like we love representing our Asian fellas. And I, as a part of that, this is really meaningful to be sitting with all of you guys, especially talking about cannabis, which is very seldomly spoken within the Asian communities, like Ophelia said. And I think there has to be more efforts like what Ophelia is doing about the education of the cannabis plants, as well as, you know, destigmatizing, as all of us are doing through who we are and then what we are bringing up with products.
Oh, may I segue from there about the history of cannabis? All right, so there's a Wu Shang Biao, which also means supreme secret essentials. It's a Taoism little encyclopedia written back in 570 AD. And they would use cannabis as incense. They would also smoke it. They would all do, they basically treat it as a plant, right? It wasn't anything about it that was illegal. It's basically a plant. But also because of that, I believe that's why the Chinese invented the 24-hour cafe. So instead of pizza, we would go for that really great bowl of wonton mee at 2 o'clock in the morning because we were smoking the herb.
Absolutely. It was really important for us to put together this conversation because the history of cannabis is an Asian lineage. It's been found in the oldest burial sites in the Siberian Plateau, in Japan, in China, and in forms that have high enough levels of the substances to believe that people were probably eating it and receiving those psychoactive benefits from it. And in fact, actually, the oracle that's working on the article for us on this, Ms. Thank you, said that in her recent research, it was prescribed for yin deficiency, that cannabis was prescribed for yin deficiency. So it's absolutely cosmically correct. There were a bunch of Asian women getting people weed. Happy Lunar New Year!
Gong Xi Fa Cai.
Gong Hei Fat Choi.
Selamat Tahun Baru.
Chúc mừng năm mới.
새해 복 많이 받으세요.
Oh, that was awesome! Yay!